Chapter 6 Perimeter and Area. Perimeter means the sum of the lengths of all sides. So whatever the shape, perimeter of that polygon which is equal to sum of the lengths of all its sides. Perimeter of a rectangle. So all four sides we have to add. Perimeter of a square, that also four sides. Perimeter of a triangle, three sides. We can write that in form of a formula. Perimeter of a rectangle. We know that here the length rectangle means opposite sides are same. This side is breadth. So 2 times length plus 2 times b. Sum of all sides. If we are adding length plus breadth plus length plus breadth. So it will come 2 times. So we can take 2 as common. 2 into L plus B. So if we are taking, for example, length as 6 centimeter, here 6 centimeter, and breadth as 3 centimeter. Then apply in this formula. In place of length we can write 6. In place of breadth we can write 3. So 6 plus 3, 9. 2 into 9, 18 centimeter is the perimeter of that rectangle. Now perimeter of a square. Square means all four sides are equal in length. So sum of all four sides. If we are taking 5 into 5 plus 5, again 5, here 5. 4 times we have to add. In place of that, 4 into 5 is equal to 20 centimeter, which means 4 into side. Whatever the measurement, that side we have to multiply with 4. All sides are equal in square. So perimeter of the square is equal to 4 into side. Same way, perimeter of an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all 3 sides are equal in length. So that also 3 into side. 3 sides are there, equal sides, so 3 into side. Normal triangle with different measurements. Then sum of all 3 sides. Same as that first we said, whatever the polygon or the shape, we have to add all the sides length. We will get the perimeter. Figure it out for page number 132. First question, find the missing terms. Perimeter of a rectangle is given as 14 centimeter and breadth is given as 2 centimeter. Length we have to find. So perimeter is equal to, we know the formula, that is 2 times of length plus breadth. If we open the bracket, 2L plus 2B, here breadth is given 2 centimeter, so 2 into 2, 4, 2L plus 4, that is equal to 14. Move 4 to the other side, then 14 minus 4 is equal to 2L, which means 10 is equal to 2L and L is equal to 10 by 2, is equal to 5 centimeter. That is, length of the rectangle is equal to 5 centimeter. Second one is a square. Perimeter is given 20 centimeter. Find the side of a length. So we know that formula of that perimeter of a square is equal to 4 into side. Perimeter is given as 20 centimeter. So 20 is equal to 4 into side, and side is equal to 20 divided by 4, 5. So length of the side of that square is equal to 5 centimeter. Now the C1, perimeter of the rectangle is 12 meter, length is 3 meter, find the breadth. So perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 2 times length plus breadth. Here perimeter is given 12 meter and length is 3 meter. So 2 into, in place of length, 3 meter plus breadth. When you are opening the bracket, 2 into 3, 6, 2 into B, 2B. That means 12 is equal to 6 plus 2b. Move the 6 to the left side. So 12 minus 6 is equal to 2b. That is 6 is equal to 12 minus 6, 6 is equal to 2b. From that, b is equal to 6 divided by 2, 3. So breadth of the rectangle is equal to 3 centimeter. Second question, a rectangle having side lengths 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter is made using a piece of wire. If the wire is straightened and then bent to form a square, what is the length of the side of the square? So first it is in the form of a wire, straight line wire, and bent and form a rectangle with length 5 centimeter and breadth 3 centimeter. So first we can calculate the perimeter of the rectangle. Length and breadth We know that. So perimeter of the rectangle is equal to 2 times length plus breadth. Length is 5 centimeter, breadth is 3 centimeter. So 5 plus 3, 8. 8 into 2, 16 centimeter is the perimeter of the rectangle. Then they opened that wire and again bent in the form of a square. Same wire, which means length of the wire is same. So perimeter of the rectangle is equal to perimeter of the square. We know that perimeter of the square is equal to 4 into side. Now we already got perimeter of the rectangle. That means length of the wire. So we can write here that is same as perimeter of the square. So 16 is equal to 4 into side. From that we can find side is equal to 16 divided by 4, which is equal to 4 centimeter. Now we can write side of the square is equal to side of the square is equal to 4 centimeter. Third question, find the length of the third side of a triangle having perimeter 55 centimeter and two sides 20 centimeter and 14 centimeter. So when we are drawing a triangle like the same, one side is 20 centimeter, the other side is 14 centimeter, third side we have to find. Perimeter is equal to 55 centimeter. We can take, let x be the side length of the third side. So perimeter of a triangle means sum of all three sides. X plus 20 plus 14, that is equal to the perimeter 55. So 20 plus 14, it will become 34. X plus 34 is equal to 55. Move this 34 to the left side. It will come 55 minus 34. That means 21 is equal to x. From that we can write length of the third side is equal to 21 centimeter. Fourth question, what would be the cost of fencing rectangular park whose length is 150 meter, breadth is 120 meter, if the fence cost 40 rupees per meter? So it's a rectangular park and then length is given 150 meter, breadth is given 120 meter. Fencing means we have to find the perimeter. Fencing around the park. So we have to find the perimeter. It's in rectangular shape. So perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 2 into L plus B, which is equal to 2 into length is here 150 and breadth is 120, which is equal to 2 into 150 plus 120, 270 meter. 270 meter, which is equal to 2 into 270, that will come 540 meter. That means perimeter is equal to 540 meter. Now we have to calculate the cost per meter 40 rupees. So cost of fencing the rectangular park. So cost of fencing is equal to 40 rupees into 540, which is equal to rupees 21,600. So 21,600 rupees has to spend to fence the rectangular park. Fifth question, a piece of string is 36 centimeter long. What will be the length of each side of if it is used to form a square, triangle with equal sides and a hexagon? First is a square. We know that side perimeter of a square is equal to 4 into side. Perimeter, which is same as length of the string. So 36 is equal to 4 into side and side is equal to 36 by 4 is equal to 9 centimeter. Second one is a triangle with all sides of equal length. Equal length means equilateral triangle. Triangle is having 3 sides and equal triangle means equilateral triangle with all 3 sides are equal in length. So one side, length of one side is equal to 36 by 3, 12 centimeter. Next is a hexagon. Hexagon means 6 sides. here 6 equal sides. So side of the hexagon is equal to 36 by 6 is equal to 6 centimeter. Question number 6. A farmer has a rectangular field having length is 230 meter and breadth is 160 meter. He wants to fence it 3 rounds of rope. What is the total length of rope needed? So for one round we had to find the perimeter. So it's a rectangle shape. Perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 2 times length plus breadth. Length is 230 meter. Breadth is 160 meter. 230 plus 160, 390. That into 2, 780 meter. That means length of the rope required for 3 rounds. This is for 1 round. Such a way that 3 rounds. 1 time fencing, again 1 more time, 1 more third time. So 780 into 3 is equal to 2340 meter rope required to fence 3 times. Figure it out. Page number 133. First question. Find out the total distance Achi has covered in 5 rounds. So here the figure is given. Starting point of Achi is from here and starting point of Toshi, another child, that from here. 2 rectangles are there. One is in yellow color and this in green color. The Achi is starting from here. That means the bigger rectangle. Toshi selected the small rectangle, inner rectangle. And here the length of the bigger rectangle, that is here given 70 meter. Breadth is 40 meter. The smaller one's length 60 meter. Breadth is 30 meter. It's going on this direction towards the left side. And we find out how the total distance that she has covered in 5 rounds. So 1 round means the perimeter of the rectangle. So first we have to calculate the perimeter of the rectangle, bigger one. And she is taking the bigger one. So perimeter means 2 of a rectangle is equal to 2 into L plus B. Here length is 70 meter, breadth is 40 meter. After getting that perimeter, we can multiply with 5. Perimeter is equal to 1 round. So 5 rounds means the 5 into perimeter. Now if you are drawing that rectangle here, the outside one that is for Achi, inside triangle that is for Toshi. And distance covered by Achi in 5 rounds, which is equal to 5 into perimeter of the outer rectangle. And perimeter of the rectangle means 2 into L plus B. So 5 into 2, 5 rounds, that means 5 into 2, 10. That into length is here 70, breadth is 40. 70 plus 40, 110. So 10 into 110, which is equal to 1100 meter. So in 5 rounds, she completed 5 rounds. 1100 meter. Second question, find out the total distance Toshi has covered in 7 rounds. So the same way we have to calculate the distance or the perimeter of the inner rectangle. Here we know that inner rectangle with the length the 60 meter and breadth 30 meter. So 7 rounds, which means here 7 into perimeter of the inner rectangle. 7 into perimeter, that means 7 into 2 into L plus B. 7 into 2, that is 14. Length is 60 and 30 breadth. 60 plus 30, 90. So 14 into 90, 1260. And here another part of that question, who ran longer distance? Here we are getting 1260 meter. That means Toshi covered and Achi covered 1100. So 1260 is greater than 1160. This one is 1100, not 60. So 1260 is greater than 1100, which means Toshi ran or covered longer distance. Third question, think and mark the positions as directed. First part, mark A, the letter A, at the point where Achi will be after she ran 250 meter. So Achi means the outer rectangle. And one round when she complete, that means the perimeter of the rectangle. Perimeter of the rectangle 2 into L plus B. So 2 into, here the length is 70 meter, breadth is 40 meter. 70 plus 40, 110. 2 times, which means 220 meter. That means perimeter of the rectangle, which is equal to 1 round she ran. That is equal to 220 meter. Now first part is 250 meter she covered. Then that position we got to mark on the figure. 250, which means this 1 round plus 30 meter. 220 plus 30. So she ran 30 meter more after completing 1 round. This going in this direction. So 30 meter means from here. 1 round completed, that means 220. Then 30 more. 10, 20, 30. So this is the position to mark A. The current position after she completed 250 meter. Here it will come. B1, mark the letter B at the point where she will be after she ran 500 meter. So 500 meter means 2 rounds when she is completing. 1 round is 220 meter, perimeter of the rectangle. So just to check that how many times it will go in, or how many rounds in 500 meter. So 2 times 220, that we will get 440, that plus 60 is equal to 500 meter, which means 2 rounds and then 60 meter more. So after completing 2 rounds, then 60 more means from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 60 meter more. So here the position of the letter B. C1, and she ran 1000 meter. So that 1000 we got to write in terms of how many rounds. 4 times it is coming. 4 into 220, that plus 120 it will come, which is equal to 1000 meter. That means 4 rounds and 120 meter more. So after completing 4 times or 4 rounds, then 120 meter more. So this side is 70, that 70 plus width is 40, then again plus 10 more. Then only we will get 120. 120 we can split as 70 plus 40 plus 10. Length, breadth and 10 meter more. So the position of the letter C is here. Now D1, the same way in Toshi's case. That means we have to consider the inner circle, inner rectangle. Length is 60 meter, breadth is 30 meter. And the first word, mark X, the letter X at the point where Toshi will be after she ran 250 meter. Here also first we have to calculate the perimeter of the rectangle. Perimeter means 1 round. So 2 into L plus B. 2 into length is 60 meter, breadth is 30 meter. 16 plus 30, 90. 2 into 90, 180 meter. So perimeter is, or 1 round is equal to 180 meter she can cover. Now here the question, after 250 meter, that position we have to mark with the letter X. So 180 plus 70 is equal to 250. After completing 1 round, again she reaches here the original position. From there 70. Here 60, length is 60, that plus 1. That plus 10. That means 1 point here, or that plus 10. So that point we can mark as the letter X. E1, mark Y at the point where Toshi will be after she ran 500 meter. So 500 meter we can split as 2 into 180. 180 is 1 round. So 2 rounds plus 140 more. 140 means this 60 plus 30 the breadth and 50 here. So this is the point to mark Y. 140 we can split as length 60 meter, breadth 30 meter. That means she continuing that rounds or running like this order. So 60 plus 30 plus 50. Here the position when she completed 500 meter. F part, Toshi ran 1000 meter. How many full rounds has she finished running around her track? So to get 1000, 5 rounds perimeter, or 1 round means 180. So 5 into 180 and then 100 meter more. So completed 5 rounds and 100 to get 100, that means length 60 meter, then 30 meter and 10 more. So the position of the letter Z is here. 60 plus 30 plus 10 meter. So she completed 5 full rounds and then 100 meter more. Here split and rejoin, page number 136. Here different types of rectangles we can see. A rectangular paper sheet, dimension 6 into 4. 6 into 4, that cut into 2 pieces such that it is coming now 2 centimeter width and height as 6 centimeter, or length as 6 centimeter and the breadth as 2 centimeter. 2 pieces. So 6 plus 6, here 12 centimeter length if you are joining this way, and 2 centimeter breadth is there. Now the same thing here, find out the length of the boundary or the perimeter. Length of the boundary means perimeter of that figure of each of the following arrangements. Now we can see the length is 6 centimeter, and here that is 6 centimeter till here. This 2 centimeter width, this is 6. And the second rectangle 6 centimeter here, 2 centimeter width, this side 2 centimeter, here till here only. That means this 2 centimeter we had to minus. This side is coming 4 centimeter. We are adding all these sides. 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 is equal to. So perimeter is equal to P. We can represent in short P. Perimeter is equal to 28 centimeter. In this figure, same way, that rectangle is here 6 centimeter, width, length is 6 centimeter, width is 2 centimeter. And same rectangle, so second piece. Here width is 2. Adding all these sides, 6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2, 6, 2, 2. Here also we will get 28 centimeter. Now another arrangement here. Here length, full length, that is 6 centimeter, width is 2 centimeter. Second piece here 2 centimeter, this side is 6 centimeter, 2. And here this already 3. So total length is 6, remaining is 3 only. Here also 3 will come. Add all these measurements, we will get the sum as 26 here. So perimeter is equal to here 26 centimeter. P is equal to. Second case, P is equal to 28. First and second case same perimeter we are getting, but here it's coming 26 centimeter. Now arrange the two pieces, the same two pieces, to form a figure of perimeter of 22 centimeter. Here we can arrange this way. First piece here and 1 centimeter from apart from that the second piece joining. So when we are adding this side, we can see this is 2 centimeter, here 1 centimeter, then 2 centimeter. So this side is coming 2 plus 1 plus 2, 5. This side 5 it will come, 5 centimeter. Same way the other side. Here 2 centimeter, inside towards inside that is 1 centimeter, up that width is 2 centimeter. Width of the rectangle everywhere 2 centimeter. These two pieces just 1 centimeter slightly to the left side. We are putting the second piece, it will come on this way. So this side also 5 centimeter. So sum of all measurements 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 10, 22 centimeter. Here the question, arrange these two pieces to form the perimeter 22 centimeter. Figure it out, page number 138. First question, the area of a rectangular garden 28 meter long is 300 square meter. What is the width of the garden? We know that the rectangular garden, and here it is given area of that is 300 meter, 300 square meter, and length is 25. We have to find breadth. So area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Area is here given 300. So 300 is equal to 25 into B. B is breadth. Breadth is equal to 300 by 25. We can divide by 5 or 25 directly. If you are dividing by 5, here 5 times, here 6, 60, one more time 5, it will come 12. So breadth of the garden is equal to 12 meter. Second question, what is the cost of tiling a rectangular plot of land? 500 meter long. Here length is given 500 meter and width is 200 meter. Again, area of the rectangular plot. For tiling means we have to find the area. It is equal to length into breadth. 500 into 200 is equal to 1 lakh square meter. And cost of tiling 8 rupees per 100 square meter. 8 rupees per 100 square meter. So here 1 lakh square meter area is there, 8 rupees per 100. So 8 divided by 100. And we are dividing by 100, we will get 1000 into 8 is equal to 8000 rupees. Third question, a rectangular coconut grove is 100 meter long and 50 meter wide. So we can write rectangle shape and length is 100 meter, breadth is 50 meter. Then area of the rectangular coconut grove is equal to area of a rectangle, length into breadth. That means 100 into 50, 5000 square meter. Now, how many coconut tree if each coconut tree requires 25 square meter, what is the maximum number of trees that can be planted in this grove? So maximum number of trees that can be planted in this grove is equal to total area divided by the area of each coconut tree required. So 5000 divided by 25, we are getting here 25 in 52 times, then 2 zeros more. 200 coconut trees they can plant on that area. Fourth question, by splitting the following figures into rectangles, find their areas. All measures are given in meters. So this area we can split as here like the same way. This one rectangle, second rectangle, third, fourth into 4 rectangle shapes. And all the measurements are there given. Based on that, area of rectangle 1 is equal to length into breadth, 4 into 3, 12 square meter. And area of rectangle 2, here 2 is the width and 3 is the length. So 2 into 3, 6 square meter. Rectangle 3, length is 4 and width is 1. So 4 into 1, 4 square meter. Rectangle 4, 3 into 2. 6 square meter. Then the total area of that figure is equal to, here first one 12 plus 6 again plus 4 and 6. So we are getting 28 square meter. Second figure, so for B, that also same way we can divide or split into rectangle shapes. First rectangle with 3 meter as the width or height and that into 1 meter. So 3 into 1, 3 square meter. Second one here 3 and this width is 1. So 3 into 1, 3 square meter. Third is 3 into 1, 3 square meter. So total area is 3 plus first rectangle, second one's area, third one. 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 square meter. So area of the entire figure, total area is equal to 9 square meter. Figure it out, page number 139. First the tangram, cut out all the pieces and based on that we have to answer the questions here. First one, explore and figure out how many pieces have the same area. Here when we are looking after cutting each piece, we can see here 2 pieces. A and B have the same area. Second question. How many times bigger in shape D as compared to shape C. What is the relationship between shapes C, D and E? D is 2 times of C. We can see here D is a square. 2 triangles together joined, we will get D. So area of D is equal to 2 times of C. And area of E and C, when we are combining these two, we'll get the square. So area of E plus area of C is equal to area of D. Third question, which shape has more area, D or F? Give reasons of your answer. Shape D and F. D and F. One is square, the other one is triangle. But both have the same area. Both shapes made up with 2 small triangles. If you are dividing this, we will get 2 small triangles. Here diagonal, we are drawing, there are also 2 triangles. So both have the same area and both shapes made up with 2 small triangles. Fourth question, which shape has more area? Shape F or G? F or G? Give reasons for your answer. F and G are made, here on this also made up with 2 small triangles. So they have the same area. Fifth question, what is the area of shape A compared to shape G? A compared to shape G, is it twice as big or 4 times as big? Shape A is twice the area of shape G. Question number 6. Can you now figure out the area of the big square formed with all 7 pieces in terms of the area of shape C? Now we can write here shape C as the least area. Then area of D means 2 times of shape C. 2 times of area of C. Then area of E is same as that C. E and C are the same area. Area of F is 2 times of C. This is 2 triangles, so 2 times of C. G also 2 times of C. Then A is coming 2 times of F. That means 2 into 2 times of C. 4 into area of C. Then area of B, that also 4 times of C. Then the total area A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Add all these areas. So now we are getting area of A is 4C, B 4C, then C and 2C, then C, 2C plus 2C. Total we are getting 16C. So we can write in sentence area of the big square, that means the entire square, that is equal to 16 times the area of triangle C. Triangle C is the smallest one. So 16 into area of triangle C, or 16 times of that triangle C. Seventh question, arrange these 7 pieces to form a rectangle. Now we arrange that in the form of a rectangle. What will be the area of this rectangle in terms of the area of the shape C now? Give reasons for your answer. We use the same 7 pieces, so the area of the rectangle also is equal to 16 times C. Already we got that as 16C, or that is same as 16 small triangles. Here after that square, 2 big triangles that we added. So extended the 5-piece tangram with the 2 big triangles A and B. All 7 pieces fit together to form a rectangle. So area of this rectangle in terms of shape C is 16 times. Eighth question, are the perimeters of the square and the rectangle formed from these 7 pieces different or the same? Give the explanation for your answer. Here the perimeters of the square and rectangle. Here the square and the rectangle both are the same, because these are the arrangements of all 7 pieces of tangram. We just arranging in different shape, different form, but perimeter is same. Figure it out, page number 144. First question, find the areas of the figures below by dividing them into rectangles and triangles. Different shapes are here. First we have to divide into the rectangle form or triangles. Remaining part is triangles. So first figure we can see this is a rectangle. So when we are drawing like this way, the line, we will get a rectangle, and here 1, 2, 3, 4 squares are there on the horizontally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares vertically. So 4 into 5 full squares, that means 4 into 5, 20 full squares are there. Then more than half squares. Here we have to count the remaining part. More than half squares, it's coming here 2, here also 2, that 4. So total area of the figure, the given figure, is equal to this 20 plus 4 is equal to 24 square unit. Same way, second one. Here we are getting this the rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares on straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares vertically. So this rectangle, area of this rectangle is 4 into 5, 20. Then full squares. Here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full squares are there. So 20 plus 5. Number of full squares in that figure is equal to 25. Then more than half squares. Remaining that we have to check. More than half squares are 4. So total area of that figure is equal to 25 plus 4, 29 square unit. When we are doing the third one, C, here we are getting the rectangle with 3 squares horizontally and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares vertically. So full squares is coming 3 into 8 is equal to 24, and when we are counting the remaining full squares, we'll get 12 are there. So total 36 full squares are there. And half squares, here exact half also we can see here in between. This is half square, this one is half square. So number of half squares, that only 2, these 2. That is equal to 2 into half. So 1 unit we are getting. Then more than half squares, that is coming 8. So total area of the figure is equal to 36 plus 1 plus 8 is equal to 45 square unit. Same way in D figure, here we can draw the rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here 1, 2, 3. So 4 into 3, 12 full squares are there, and one more full square we will get. So total number of full squares is equal to 13. More than half squares, here we are getting 3. So total area of that figure is equal to 13 plus 3, 16 square units. Here we are not getting any rectangle or just one square, and here 1, 2, or more than that, better to count the full squares. So area of full squares, that is coming 5. Then half squares we are getting 4. So 4 into half, that will come 2 square unit. More than half squares, 4 are there. So total area is coming as 11 square unit. 5 plus 2 plus 4. Page number 145, making it more or less. Here using 9 unit squares. Unit square means all sides with 1 unit. Solve the following. What is the smallest perimeter possible? 9 squares are there. So if we are arranging that 9 squares in the form of a square, we can see all 3 sides with 3 units. So perimeter of this square is equal to 4 into side, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which is equal to 4 into 3 is equal to 12 units. That is the smallest perimeter possible by using the 9 unit squares. Second question, what is the largest perimeter possible? If we are arranging all the 9 squares in a horizontal line, straight line form, here breadth is 1 unit and length is coming 9 unit. So the largest perimeter, when we are arranging them in a straight line form, perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. Length is 9 plus 1 breadth. So 9 plus 1, 10. 2 into 10, 20 units. Here we are getting perimeter of this arrangement, that is 20 units. In the square arrangement, that is the smallest one or the least one, that is 12 units the perimeter. Now the third one, make a figure with a perimeter of 18 units. Using these 9 squares, we had to make the perimeter as 18. So we can arrange 5 squares in horizontally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this side length is 5 unit. And next here 2 unit more, 2 squares. This side is coming 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And each one with width 1. So 4 plus 1, here 2 squares. So 2, 1, 1, here 3 squares, 3, 1. We are adding all these measurements, we will get the perimeter of this figure, that is 18 units. In page number 146, here we can see below this the house plan of Karen. It is a rectangular plot. Look at the plan. What do you notice? And from the same design, some measurements are here given. Find the missing measurements and also find out the area of his house. First we can find the measurements of or the dimensions of each rectangle or square. For that, here it is given area as 225, 15 into 15, which means here width is 15 and also length, both that is coming 15 feet. So 15 into 15. Same way here this line is coming. So this side also 15. Here this is 15 feet. And that into here area is given as 180. So we know that one area divided by length is equal to width. So 180 divided by 15, we will get 12. So here the measurement 12. That means length is 15 and width is 12. Total area is coming 15 into 12, 180 square feet. Now here the total width of that plot is given as 30 feet. Now already we got 15 and 12. Then remaining that here 27, 30 minus 27, that is 3. So width of the garden, that is 3 unit. Same way here this side, here it is given 5 into 10. So this is 5, width is 5 and the height is or that length, that is 10 unit. So 10 into 5, here we will get the area, that is 50 square unit. Now this is 5, here this already we got that as 15. Now 15 plus 5, 20. Remaining here this is supposed to come. Here it is given as 15 into 12. So this side is 12, this side is 15. Which means this also 15. Same way it is going. And here it is given this side is 15, which means length is 15 and here that is 12. So area of this hole that is 15 into 12, which is equal to 180. Here area of this hole. Now area of the kitchen is given, that is 180. Here 50, here 12. This also 12, remaining here this is 3. Now this is the same way. So length is 15 here also and width is 3. So 45. Area of this part, that means parking area, that is 45 square feet. Area of the garden here. This length till here. Here 15 and that plus this much more, that is 5. So 15 plus 5, it will come till here. From here till, that is 20, that into width 3. That means this length, that is, length is 20, width is 3. So 20 into 3, 60 square feet is the garden. Parking is 45. Now here this part, that also part of the hall. So we got to draw a dotted line here and we make a rectangle like the same way. 12 was the length and width was 5. So 12 into 5. 60 square feet it will come that. Here this again is the square form, 5 the width and length, that means square, so that area will come square 25 square feet. Now area of that all, here utility, this we got that as 15 and width is 3, so 45. So if we are adding all the areas, 225 plus 180 plus 60 plus 60, 25, 50, 45, 180, again 180, 45. All together that we will get the area of the plot or that plan. And also here this side is 30 feet. This side what we are getting 15 plus 15, 30 plus 5, 35. So here we will get 35 into 30, length into breadth, area of the total plot. By the missing measurements, we got all the missing measurements. Find out the area of his house. So we can add the area of each room or each section and get the total, or length into breadth. Here breadth is given as 30, length is coming here 15 plus 5 plus 15, that means 35. 35 into 30 is equal to 1050 square feet. Length into breadth, it's a rectangle shape. Now the same way the next page 147, there are also dimensions of Sharon's house it's given. Here total length is given 42. So the length of that plot is 42, and here 12 into 15 is given. The length is here more, so that we can take as 15. And this is width 12. So 12 into 15, 180. Then here 18 into 10 is given, which means this side is 18. This side is 18. Here 10. So this height is 10. And utility also here given as 70 square feet. When we are taking from this side, here we can see that 23 feet is the length. Total 23 is here, this one. 23 feet into 15. So this 23, this part from here till here 18. So remaining part, that is 5. So total length is 23. This part, that is 18. That 18 we can write here inside. From here we are getting that side as 18. Here 23, which means 18 plus 5. Here 5 is coming. And now here total is 42. This is 12. Here this one is 5. 18. The remaining is 7 from 42. This side already 15 into 15, and 70 is the 15 into 7, 105. 105. Then 10 is here. 10 into 7, 70 square feet. This part 5 into 10. 5 is the width, 10, then the area of the toilet, that is 50. Now we got all the measurements here. 12 into 10, 120. Here 180, 120, 50, 180, 345, 105, 70. If you are adding all the areas of each room, we will get the total area. So find the missing measurements, that already we got. Next, find out the area of the house. Area of the house, already this side length is given 42. We know that is the rectangle shape. So for length into breadth, which means here 42, and breadth is coming here 10 plus 15, 25, which is equal to 1050 square feet. So both the houses having the same area, different plans. Figure it out, page number 149. First question, give the dimensions of a rectangle whose area is the sum of the areas of two rectangles. having measurements 5 meter into 10 meter and 2 meter into 7 meter. So area of the first rectangle is length into breadth. That means 5 into 10, 50 meter, square meter. Area of the second rectangle, length into breadth, 2 into 7, 14 square meter. Then sum of these two areas. Sum of the areas of these two means 15 plus 14, that is coming 64 square meter. Now give the dimensions of the rectangle whose area is the sum. That means the sum of the areas of the rectangles are 64. Give any possible dimensions are there or not, that we have to check. We got 64 as the area. So all possible dimensions of rectangles with areas 64 square meter are. We can take length as 64 meter and breadth as 1 meter. So 64 into 1, area we will get 64 square meter. 32 and 2. 32 into 2, 64. 16 into 4, that also 64. 8 into 8, that also 64. So these are the different dimensions. To get that one, first we had to factorize this 64 or find the factors of the 64. So now we can see here 64 we can write as 1 into 64, 2 into 32, 4 into 16, 8 into 8. So these are the dimensions. The bigger unit we are taking as the length, the other unit we are taking as the breadth. So these are the all possible dimensions. Second question, the area of a rectangular garden that is 50 meter long is 1000 square meter. That means length of the garden is 50 meter and area of the garden is 1000 square meter. Find the width. We know that width or breadth we had to find. We know the formula, area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Area is here given as 1000, which is equal to length also it's given 50. 50 into b. So breadth is equal to this 1000 divided by 50. We can divide by 10 and 5 here to 20. So breadth or width of the garden is equal to 20 meter. Third question, the floor of a room is 5 meter long and 4 meter wide. A square carpet whose sides are 3 meter in length is laid on the floor. That means first there is a floor with 5 meter length, that's in the rectangle shape, 5 meter length and 4 meter width. And at the middle with this is square carpet. So at the center they are putting a square carpet of 3 meter width. That is square carpet means all sides are with 3 meter. So area of the room, that is length rectangle, that is equal to length into breadth, 5 into 4, 20 square meter. This is square. Area of the carpet, that is side into side. Square means side into side. So 3 into 3, 9 square meter. Here the question, find the area that is not carpeted, which means this part, without the carpet. Area without the carpet. So area of the floor not carpeted is equal to 20 minus 9, 11 square meter. Fourth question, four flower beds having sides of 2 meter long and 1 meter wide are dug at the 4 corners of the garden, that is 15 meter long and 12 meter wide. So there is a garden in rectangle shape. Length is given 15 meter and width is 12 meter. So we can find the area of the garden. Rectangle, so length into breadth, 15 into 12, 180 square meter. Now there is 4 flower beds having the side 2 meter and 1 meter. So here is 2 meter, 1 meter, like that way 4 square beds are there. So area of this square bed or flower bed is equal to, not square, flower bed, which is equal to length into breadth, 2 into 1, 2 square meter. Like that way in all 4 corners. So total area of the flower bed, 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. So 4 into area of one flower bed, that is 2. So 4 into 2, 8 square meter. Now, how much area is now available for laying down a lawn? To make a lawn, the remaining part is the remaining part. How much area is there? So, total area minus 4 flower beds area we have to subtract. So, that means total area is 180, that minus 4 flower beds. So, 8. 180 minus 8, 172 square meter area is available for laying down the lawn. Fifth question. Shape A has an area 18 square units and shape has an area 20 square units. Shape A has a longer perimeter than shape B. Draw two such shapes satisfying the given conditions. So here it's given shape A, shape B, two shapes are there. Area of shape A is 18 square meter and area of shape B, that is 20 square meter, square unit. And here this 18 shape A we can arrange in different manner. 18, when we are taking the factorization, same as it before, 18 we can write as 1 into 18 and 2 into 9, 3 into 6. So all we are getting 18. So we can arrange or we can make the rectangle all these three shapes. If we are taking this shape, 9 into 2, 9 as length and 2 meter as the width. Then perimeter is equal to perimeter of a rectangle 2 into L plus B. Or add all the four sides. This is 2 meter, this one is 9 meter. So 9 plus 2, 11, 11 into 2, 22 meter. If we are taking 4 into 5, in this case of 20, area is given, that is 20. So factors of 20 we can take as 20 into 1, 4 into 5, 10 into 2. And consider this one. Perimeter is 2 into L plus B, it's a rectangle shape. So 2 into 5 plus 4, 9, 18. Now we can see here perimeter is 22 and here perimeter is 18. We know that 22 is greater than 18, which means here shape A has longer perimeter than shape B. Area is here, shape B is having more, but here we had to find out two such shapes, which means shape A has longer perimeter than shape B. Here shape in this shape we are drawing, shape A has longer perimeter. Same way, two such shapes. One more shape we can find if we are taking first one, 18 into 1 and 2 into 10 here. These two if we are taking, we can see here perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth, that means 18 plus 1, 19, 2 into 19, 38 meter. And when we are taking this 10 into 2, 10 meter as the length, 2 meter as the width, 2 into length plus breadth, that is 2 into 12, 24. Here also 38 is greater than 24, which means perimeter of shape A has longer than shape B. So two such cases are here. Now question number 6. On a page in your book, draw a rectangular border that is 1 centimeter from the top and bottom and 1.5 centimeter from left to right sides. What is the perimeter of the board? Rectangular book border we are drawing. So let the dimensions of the page be x and y. We can take in random, and therefore dimensions of the rectangle are, when we are taking 1.5 centimeter from bottom and top, so that will come 1.5 plus 1.5. When we are making border there on top and back, this is 1.5. So the remaining part is coming x minus 1.5 plus 1.5, 3. So x minus 3. Same way here also, that will come 1 centimeter from left and right. So that is coming 2 centimeters, so y minus 2. Then perimeter of that is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. Here length is x minus 3 and breadth is y minus 2. So 2 into x minus 3 into y minus 2. Seventh question. Draw a rectangle of size 12 units into 8 units. So first we are drawing a rectangle 12 units length, 8 units as the breadth. Draw another rectangle inside that without touching the outer rectangle that occupies exactly half the area, exactly half of the area of the bigger one or the outer rectangle. So first we have to calculate the area of the outer rectangle. Area of the outer rectangle is equal to length into breadth, that means 12 into 8. It will come 96 square unit. Then in area of the inner rectangle, that will be exactly half the area of that. Half of 96 is coming 48. So area of the inner rectangle or the new rectangle supposed to be 48 square units. Now 48, when we are taking the factors, we can see the possible different type of arrangements we will get. The 48 we can write as 12 into 4, 16 into 3, 8 into 6 and 1 into 48. When we are looking all these dimensions, we can see 12 into 4, which means it will come the length same as the outer rectangle. Here it's saying without touching the outer rectangle. So this we cannot take because 12 is same length is coming the outer rectangle. Next is 16, that also we cannot take because 16 is more than 12 units. That will go out of that this rectangle. Here 1 into 48 also we cannot take because 48 is a lengthy one we are getting. Now only the option is 8 into 6. 8 unit as the length, 6 unit as the breadth, and when we are taking the area 6 into 8, 48, and that is half of the outer or the original rectangle. Now dimensions of the new rectangle are 8 units and 6 units, and the area is 8 into 6, 48 square units. Question number 8. A square piece of paper is folded in half. The square is then cut into 2 rectangles along the fold. Regardless of the size of the square, one of the following statements always true. Which statement is true here? To find that, to make it easy, you have to consider a square of 2 units. Square means all sides are equal. So everywhere 2 units. And if we are cutting that square through the middle or folding that paper, we will get this side as 2 and here this will half. That means 1 unit. So such type of, when we are folding this square through the midpoint, we will get 2 such pieces. Now we can take in place of 2, 1 and half of 1, that will come 1 by 2. To avoid fraction, take the square of 2 units and here half of that this side, that will come as 1 unit. Now let the first you have to write, let the square be with the 2 units, and look at the first option. We can go through one by one. First option, the area of each rectangle is larger than the area of the square. Area of each, that means one rectangle, that is larger than the area of the square. We can see area of the square is side into side, that means 2 into 2, 4 units. Area of the rectangle, length into breadth, 2 into 1, 2 units. So area of each rectangle is not larger than the area of the square. So that option is not true, which means false. First option is false. Then second one. The perimeter of the square is greater than the perimeter of both the rectangles added together. So perimeter of the square, we know that 4 into side, which is equal to 4 into side. Each side is 2 centimeter or 2 units. So it will come 4 into 2, 8 units. And perimeter of the rectangle, length is 2 and the other one breadth is 1. So 1 plus 2, 3, 2 into 3, 6. And sum of both the rectangles, that will come 12, 6 plus 12. 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. And that 8 perimeter of the square is, here it's given perimeter of the square is greater than perimeter of both the rectangles. Here we are getting perimeter of the square is 8 and perimeter of the both the rectangles together, that means 12, which is not greater. So we can cut that, not greater. Option B is not true, that also false. C1. The perimeters of both the rectangles added together is always 1.5 times of the perimeter of the square. So perimeter of both the rectangles, perimeter of one rectangle, that is coming 2 plus 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6, and both the rectangles, it will come 12 units. We can calculate this way also. Both means 2 rectangles. So that 2 is here, and 2 into L plus B is the formula for the perimeter of the rectangle. So L length is here, you can see that 2 and 1. So 2 plus 1, 3, this 2 into 2 will come 4. So 4 into 3, 12 units. Otherwise also you can calculate here. Perimeter means 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, and that double it 2 times. So 12 units. Perimeter of the square is 4 into side, 4 into 2, it will come 8 units. Now here it's given perimeter of both the rectangles together is 1.5 times of the perimeter of the square. We can check that. Perimeter of the rectangle, that means 12. 12 is equal to 1.5 times of perimeter of the square, 8. 1.5 time means convert into improper fraction, 2 into 1, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 by 2 into 8. Simplify that, divide by 2, here 4. 4 into 3, 12. So here we are getting left side and right side of the equal to sign, both the same number, which means option C, that is true. Now the D1, the area of the square is always 3 times as larger as the area of the both the rectangles added together. We know that area of the square is 2 into 2, that is 4 units. Area of the rectangle, 2 rectangles are there, 2 into 1, so 4 units. Here it's saying area of the square is 3 times as large as area of both the rectangles, 3 times. That is not working here, both the areas is getting same. So option D also not true, which means false. So now we got option C is the correct one.